there, Karen with Ageless Beauty Pro and licensed esthetician for over 20 years now. And I'm coming to you with this video today because I wanted to share with you a little story, a little test case that I recently did on myself, my own guinea pig here, with some of these products, some of these tools and products that we've been using now for the past several months. The Sculplla items, the CAVI, etc. So what happened was we had to visit another state across country and stay there for a couple of months due to some family estate issues. So I've been gone for the last couple of months, and my shop's been closed and out of stock of things if you visited. And when I was packing to go, we drove, and it was 3 days on the road, arduous, grueling driving, very full days. I wanted to save space. So when I went to pack my CAVI serum, it was almost out. So it only had a few drops left in the bottle. And as you know, the bottle is very big, very full of serum. I've used it for months and months, and I really used it. So it just had a few drops eking out, and I thought, well, I'm not going to pack it. I'm not going to take a new one. I'll just go without it, right? And I'll live without it. It'll be fine, and I'll see. Do I really like it that much? So I went without it, and I'm going to show you a few pictures of what happened to my face, to some of the plumping and firmness that I lost because I didn't have my serum. Now, I did take my mini. I did not take my LED. I did not take my microneedle. I did not take my Sculplla mask, my mist, nothing. I just took my mini and a couple of serums, my Supreme Firm serum, my mist, and my oil, and a retinol. And that's all I had. And while those were enough to kind of get me by for a few weeks, I wouldn't suggest going without your mainstays for a couple of months, because what happens as we get older, obviously we know our structures break down. When we're younger, we have the collagen, we have the skin density, we have the muscle tone that holds everything in place. And as we get older, of course, we're helping ourselves out with the microcurrent by lifting and toning and putting those muscles back where they were a few years ago. We're also building our skin density and boosting our collagen with our LED red light, the products like a CAVI, the Sculplla mask, etc. Which, if you haven't tried the Sculplla mask by a professional, try to seek it out, because it's really been a dramatic change in my face. And when I first did it, I was a little skeptical, but man, I saw, boom, instant change. And then it built upon that. And I did a series of 6, which I'm planning on doing again. I did my first one a couple days ago, right after I got back, and immediate change. Immediate. I'm going to show you pictures. Take a look. Okay, so pretty dramatic, right? Right? So you could see under my chin, very droopy and crepey and saggy, a lot of loss, within here. Now, I have to preface this by saying this was after 3 days on the road, driving cross country, bad road food, hotels, not sleeping well, being super exhausted and tired. I did this within 48 hours of returning home, and I took the befores and the afters. So my skin was depleted. Let's just say I was really max depletion with everything. Now, I was hydrated because I drank a ton of water. I was really, really thirsty. We were driving a lot, and I wasn't stopping a lot. So I know that my body needed it. But other than that, just, bad, bad, bad across the road. So this is at major depletion. So if you find that, you've had a lot of stress, you've had an illness maybe, just you're really depleted you're really tired and depleted and you're looking in the mirror going, man, I need something, I need something. These are some wonderful protocols to really not only give you like immediate boost, but to continue that moving along. So I'm going to share the protocol now with you that I did. Now, this is pretty intense. I spent a good couple hours on myself doing this because I really needed it. But I'll go through each one, and the ones that you can do at home, I would highly suggest putting into your arsenal because it's great if you can have these at your own fingertips to use. Okay, so I'm going to break down the protocol of everything that I did. The first thing I did is a very light microdermabrasion with a diamond tip, and I did that lightly just to remove everything: face, neck, chest, hands. Then I followed that up with a microneedling, and normally I wait a day in between doing the two sessions because I do a fairly intense on each one, but since I did such a light dermabrasion, I followed it up with the microneedling. Then I applied my Sculplla mask. I let that stay on for an entire hour. Usually I do about 30-40 minutes. I went the entire hour on that. Then immediately after I took that off, I applied my Sculplla mist, and I did a very light microcurrent treatment. Then as soon as I got done with the microcurrent treatment, while I had the Sculplla mask on, sorry I missed this, I did my red light therapy treatment. Okay, so after I did the red light and then I took the mask off, then I did the mist, I did my microcurrent treatment, and then when I was done with that, I did, what did I do? So then after my microcurrent, of course, I didn't wash my face for the last 48 hours to really let that Sculplla penetrate. Oh, and after the Sculplla, I put on my CAVI serum. And I put on my forehead patch, which I have talked about in other videos, just to really drive that CAVI in. And the patch I left on for the rest of that whole day and slept with it and took it off the next day. And then last night I put a little more CAVI on everywhere, still not washing my face, the CAVI, and then the patch as well to really help with my forehead lines, which seems to be my big problem. So I would highly, highly suggest that if you do use that Sculplla or the CAVI serum, use a patch or a crystal mask, which I do have a few of those in my shop, and you can learn more about those. They're very inexpensive, and you just apply that over that serum to really lock it in. Now, of course, you don't have to sleep with it on or anything, but if you can apply it and leave it on for a good 20 minutes or so, that's really going to penetrate into your skin. And of course, you want to do probably a microneedling, definitely some sort of glycolic peel or microdermabrasion or some sort of good exfoliation before you start any of this. So again, the protocol was an exfoliation, and then I did the microneedling. Then I did my Sculplla mask with LED red light while the mask was on. Then I removed that. Then I put on my mist. I did my microcurrent treatment. Then when I was done with that, I put my light CAVI on. Over all of that, I put my skin patch on, and I left it just like that for the rest of the day, all through the night. The next day, I took the patch off, put a little more CAVI everywhere, put the patch back on, wore that, and that is what I did for about 48 hours before I actually washed my face. So again, if you can do that Sculplla mask anywhere in your town, try to get in on that, because that is such a wonderful boost. It brightens immediately, it tightens, it firms, it lifts, it helps that collagen build and redensify over time. And if you can do a series, even better. But barring that, if you can swing it, obviously the CAVI is such an amazing product. It really, I will not travel without it again. Let's just put it that way. I love that product. It really gives plumping and firmness to my skin. And then of course, if you can do a patch or the crystal mask or something to really drive that product in, do a microneedling beforehand and a microdermabrasion or a glycolic peel or something to remove that dead layer, of course, of cells first, and then do these protocols. And I'm telling you, they make a great difference. So I just wanted to kind of share that little story with you. It's kind of a long story, but I wanted to really break down each of these items and why I did them, and show you that with the before and after photos, that yes, there are dramatic results, and you should see the same type of results yourself. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Please comment, please subscribe to my channel, and please, join my Ageless Eat Club. It's free to join, and I offer great promos and discounts and VIP specials and things like that. And, also some freebies and some contests and things like that. So thanks again for watching.